In sales, the ability to listen effectively is often more important than the ability to speak persuasively. While many sales strategies focus on what to say and how to say it, true success often hinges on what you hear and how you respond. For introverts, who tend to be natural listeners, this skill can be a significant advantage in the sales process. This chapter will explore the art of listening, why it's so crucial in sales, and how you can refine this skill to better understand your clients, build stronger relationships, and close more deals. Why listening is essential in sales. Listening is more than just hearing words, it's about understanding the underlying needs, concerns, and motivations of your clients. When you listen effectively, you gain valuable insights that can inform your sales strategy, help you tailor your solutions, and ultimately increase your chances of success. Here's why listening is so essential in sales. Building trust and rapport. Clients want to feel heard and understood. When you listen attentively, you show that you value their input and are genuinely interested in helping them solve their problems. This builds trust and rapport, which are critical for long-term client relationships. Uncovering needs and pain points. Effective listening allows you to identify the client's true needs and pain points. Often, clients may not fully articulate their challenges or may downplay their importance. By listening carefully, you can pick up on subtle cues and ask follow-up questions that reveal the core issues your solution can address. Customizing your approach. No two clients are the same, and a one-size-fits-all approach rarely works in sales. By listening closely, you can customize your pitch, product demonstration, or proposal to align with the client's specific needs and preferences. This personalized approach makes your solution more appealing and increases the likelihood of a sale. Overcoming objections. When clients voice objections, they're often expressing underlying concerns or uncertainties. By listening carefully to these objections, you can address the root cause and provide reassurances that move the conversation forward. This approach is more effective than simply trying to counter objections with arguments. Strengthening relationships. Long-term success in sales often depends on the strength of your client relationships. Listening helps you understand your clients' evolving needs and stay attuned to changes in their business. This ongoing engagement fosters loyalty and can lead to repeat business and referrals. Developing active listening skills. Active listening is a skill that requires practice and intentionality. It involves fully concentrating on what the client is saying, understanding their message, responding thoughtfully, and remembering what was discussed. Here are some strategies to help you develop and refine your active listening skills. Give your full attention. During conversations with clients, eliminate distractions and focus entirely on the speaker. This means putting away your phone, closing your laptop, and avoiding the temptation to think about your response while the client is talking. By giving your full attention, you'll be better able to absorb and understand the client's message. Use nonverbal cues. Nonverbal cues like eye contact, nodding, and leaning slightly forward show the client that you're engaged and interested in what they're saying. These cues encourage the client to continue sharing and reinforce that you're actively listening. Practice reflective listening. Reflective listening involves paraphrasing or summarizing what the client has said to confirm your understanding. For example, you might say, "So, what I'm hearing is that your main concern is the cost of implementation. Is that correct?" This not only ensures that you've understood the client's point, but also shows them that you're paying close attention. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage the client to elaborate on their thoughts and feelings by asking open-ended questions. These are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no, and instead invite more detailed responses. Examples include, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "What do you think the biggest challenge will be?" Avoid interrupting. It can be tempting to jump in with a solution or counterpoint, especially if you think you know what the client is going to say. However, interrupting can disrupt the client's train of thought and make them feel unheard. Practice patience and wait until the client has finished speaking before you respond. Listen for emotions. Pay attention not just to the words the client is using, but also to the emotions behind them. Tone of voice, pacing, and emphasis can all provide clues about how the client feels about the issues being discussed. Acknowledging these emotions can help you build a deeper connection with the client. Take notes. Taking notes during conversations shows the client that you're serious about understanding their needs. It also helps you remember important details that you can refer back to later. Just be sure that note-taking doesn't distract you from maintaining eye contact and staying engaged. Applying listening skills throughout the sales process. Listening is crucial at every stage of the sales process, from initial contact to closing the deal and beyond. Here's how you can apply your listening skills at different points in the sales journey. During initial contact. Whether it's a cold call, an email, or an in-person meeting, the initial contact is your first opportunity to listen to the client's needs. Pay close attention to how the client describes their situation and use this information to tailor your pitch. For example, if the client mentions that they're looking for a cost-effective solution, emphasize the value and return on investment of your product. In discovery meetings, the discovery phase is all about gathering information, and listening is your most valuable tool. Use open-ended questions to explore the client's goals, challenges, and expectations. Take notes on key points and ask follow-up questions to dig deeper. The insights you gain here will inform the rest of the sales process. During presentations and demos, even when you're presenting or demonstrating your product, it's important to keep listening. Pay attention to the client's reactions, both verbal and non-verbal, and adjust your presentation accordingly. If the client expresses concern or confusion, address it on the spot rather than pushing ahead with your planned presentation. Handling objections. When objections arise, listen carefully to understand the underlying concern. Instead of immediately countering the objection, acknowledge the client's point and explore it further. For example, if the client says, "I'm not sure this is the right time to make a purchase," you might respond, "I understand. Can you tell me more about what's influencing your timing decision?" This approach opens the door to a more productive conversation. In negotiations. Successful negotiation requires a deep understanding of the client's priorities. Listen closely to what the client values most, whether it's price, features, support, or something else, and use this information to craft a proposal that meets their needs while also aligning with your objectives. After the sale. Listening doesn't stop once the deal is closed. Continue to engage with your clients, listening for feedback on their experience with your product or service. This not only helps you address any issues that arise, but also provides valuable insights that can inform future sales strategies. Overcoming common listening challenges. Even for introverts who are naturally inclined to listen, there can be challenges in maintaining focus and truly understanding the client. Here are some common listening challenges and how to overcome them. Mental distractions. It's easy to become distracted by your own thoughts, especially if you're already thinking about how to respond. To overcome this, practice mindfulness techniques that help you stay present in the moment. If you notice your mind wandering, gently bring your focus back to the client. Preconceived notions. If you go into a conversation with preconceived notions about the client or their needs, it can color your ability to listen objectively. Approach each conversation with an open mind and be willing to adjust your assumptions based on what the client is actually saying. Emotional triggers. Certain topics or comments might trigger an emotional response, making it difficult to listen calmly. If you feel yourself becoming defensive or upset, take a deep breath and remind yourself to focus on the client's perspective. If necessary, ask for a brief pause to collect your thoughts. Information overload. In complex sales situations, the client may provide a lot of detailed information, making it hard to keep track of everything. To manage this, use note-taking and reflective listening to break down the information into manageable pieces. Don't be afraid to ask the client to repeat or clarify points if needed. Conclusion. Listening as a competitive advantage. In a world where many salespeople are focused on delivering their pitch, being a great listener can set you apart from the competition. By honing your listening skills, you can gain a deeper understanding of your clients, build stronger relationships, and provide solutions that truly meet their needs. As you continue to develop your listening abilities, remember that this is not a passive activity. Active listening requires intentionality, practice, and a genuine desire to understand your client, but the rewards are well worth the effort. By mastering the art of listening, you'll not only become a more effective salesperson, but also a trusted partner to your clients, helping them achieve their goals and, in turn, achieving your own.